Hello everybody, welcome back to Tarot or Not to Tarot. Today is a Brujita birthday bash. It is my birthday and me and my Brujita are gonna come on and read some cards and have some discussion today. So thank you for joining me. Oh, here she goes. Those of you who are just getting here, remember, put your comments in the box in the bottom of the screen, any questions that you have. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Jasenia.
Okay, so since I'm helping you, I need you to tell me what I need to. How do I pin the comment? I've never done a.
Okay, so what you're gonna do? I'm gonna walk my daughter through something. So you're gonna you see where it says add a comment? You're gonna come paste it, push down on it so that you're pasting something. There you go. It didn't come up? No, don't do that. I don't know. Alright, whatever. Let it go. It's not meant to be.
I guess not. I'm sorry.
Thank you. So I'm waiting for, oh, you see that little, yep. Yep.
As funny as that.
I'm sorry. I'm young. I'm embarrassed.
So my daughter has never been my sidekick as far as my technology is concerned. Hi!
Happy birthday, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's coffee, but
that's all right. After this, I have a couple of tasks that are waiting for me. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. So listen, I'm not even going to be shy about it. I'm going to throw up my Snapchat. Oh, my God. My Cashapp information and all that stuff.
Yeah.
If you guys would like to tip us tonight, I would very much appreciate it. It's my birthday, so spoil a brujita a little bit. Other than that, just, stick with us, and we're going to pull some cards and talk some bullshit.
Yes. Yes. So first of all,
so you had a live last night. Why don't we talk about the live? For those of you who are not on her page yet, y'all need to, I will put up the information after this particular live. It is by invitation, so she will accept or not accept you. So, but I should hope that most of the people that follow me are pretty on the up and up. So, if you would like to see her content and you would like to follow her page, I love it. It's one of my favorites, only because I really know that she is the genuine article, and I don't, spread that lightly. After this, I'm going to put up the information. You guys can join her on her page. And so tell us about what your live was about. Just to give you my idea of the kind of information you share.
So last night's live was, we were discussing fluido.
Okay.
Fluido, which is the bubbles in your cups. You can see we got lots of bubbles. And fluido is the presence of spirit around you. But depending on where your water glass is located, where the bubbles sit in the cup, it's able to give you messages. It's able to tell you things. So let's say, here's one little example. Let's say you're having a party, and before everyone gets there, you're like, I'm going to put a nice cold glass of water in the corner of my house somewhere. Nobody sees it, out of sight, out of mind. And everyone comes, everybody leaves, and you're like, okay, let me go check that cup. And if your cup is full of bubbles, but grape-like cluster, not super grape-like, but bigger, smaller, more so at the bottom of the cup, that means that it's picked up negative energy. So it's a nice little indication of, okay, we gotta clean, you need to spiritually clean up. So we were just diving into that, and just kind of really discussing fluido. And when you have, water in your cups on your spiritual altars, it could mean different things. It's a nice way of being able to
on your reading tables.
Yes. It's a nice way of kind of communicating and learning and connecting with those altars, deeper on a deeper level. So we're talking about that. We were talking about that. I had my notes like a diligent, like, but it was
Yeah.
definitely, it was dope.
That's something that I love about her lives. So she maps them out. She has like notes about it. And
Yeah.
after the live, you can certainly get those notes from her.
Yeah. Send it like PDF. And I like to make my notes super clear because I want to be able for everyone to understand what they're reading. So it's important for me that it's clear and you guys could be like, oh, okay, so, but thank you. Yeah, B. I love it. I love sharing that information because I feel like there is a lot of information out there and
Right.
to be able to share it, like, you know what I'm saying? I understand some things, there's some secrets that cannot be shared, but there are some things that you absolutely can share.
Yeah. So you guys, after this, I'm going to throw that information up. Definitely hit up that page. There's a lot of really good spiritual energy information that she puts up. I learned things from her. So I'm going to say that. Not that I'm not.
I learned things from you, girl. You teach me, we teach each other. It's an exchange of energy.
Right. I was going to say, I'm not by far an expert on anything.
Neither am I, girl. Neither am I. But it's nice to be able to share that energy and teach each other. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, I've been, I'm hoping to kind of open up a space eventually, maybe but that'll be more exclusive, more like a Zoom kind of big meeting where we really kind of dive in deeper.
Right.
Certain, conversations in regards to spirituality, and we could really kind of, because I usually, B knows. B's been on my lives, fucking kills it every time, brings the energy. Everyone is like, oh, my mother-in-law in particular, girl, is always like, yo necesita que ella me lea. Okay? Always. She's like, because she hits it. And I'd be like, I know, she's the true Lucy Progreso.
Thank you. I'm trying to get the tip information up, but I'll be posting that later, and anybody who wants to give us a tip after tonight can feel free to do so. It's never expected, always appreciated. You know how that works. But like I said, for those guys who are just joining us for the first time and don't know how this goes, if you have any questions, we're going to be doing some free one-card pulls. If you have any questions, you're going to throw your question in the box at the bottom of the screen, and you will get a card pull not only from me, but from Brujita over here. So it's definitely worth it if you have any little questions you need answered right now, or you're wondering about anything that's going on with yourself.
Yes.
And my cards are jumping. So,
too. I feel, you know what? Your cards are jumping. Why don't, I like to do this. It's something recently that I've done where when cards jump out and there's no question, I like to see if that's going to be the vibe of tonight. Something that really needs, you know what I'm saying? Like I put it back and I was going to write it down, but me, impatient. I was like, but it was pipe dreams and being able to really not believe everything you hear. That was the card, the gist of the card. Pipe dreams being able to navigate.
So so I had 3 jumpers, right? And my first jumper was the 7 of Pentacles, and this is in higher polarity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have a tendency sometimes to look at the things that we're doing, and even though we see that we have accomplished X amount of things, we down ourselves about the things that we felt like we should have did but haven't done yet.
Yes.
Okay. And the next one is your Page of Cups, but that one is in lower polarity, right? Mm-hmm. So this new emotional thing, this new emotional growth, this new spiritual energy, things that are supposed to be coming into your life are not coming into your life because you're thinking about what the fuck you think you should have had, and not what you really have. Okay? The 8 of Cups is in lower polarity. And part of this is about the fact that you need to emotionally walk away from a situation, but you're not.
Loose. This happened loose, girl. Loose. I got Warrior that jumped out. And Warrior is all about being fearless and standing strong. Finding that courage and standing. digging your feet in and being like, this is what it is.
Right.
That's crazy. I feel like the vibe. I'm hyper.
So there's a lot of people out here that are looking, we're downing ourselves for what we feel like. And it's funny too, because a lot of people, I don't feel like this year. My whole birthday vibe is about a whole nother vibe. However, when it comes to birthdays and people and they're progressing in years and it's that next year of their life, a lot of the time they look back at what they feel like they should have accomplished at this point, and it becomes this depressing thing of, why am I not where I think I should be? And what you have to understand is that we all have our own individual journeys. You know what I'm saying? And just because you want to be there now doesn't mean that spirit is ready for you to be there at that point. There are things in your life that you haven't learned or haven't experienced that are stopping you, and it's in a way, even though you feel like it is stunting you, it's a positive stopping you, because if you obtain things when you're not ready for them, that shit is explosive on its own level.
Crazy. I'm going to tell you why. Luz y progreso. Me and my sister were just having this conversation before I jumped on this live.
Okay. So
and
then this is a confirmation.
Because we didn't talk. Oh, girl, you ready? I'm ready. Boom. Yeah. I was like, I gotta wrap up. But all day. Y progreso, because that is exactly something her and I were discussing. Girl, it gives me chills. It gives me chills. Because you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I feel like people as well, they have this fear. Oh my God, almost like that fear of missing out. And right. And I'm just always like, worry about what's on your plate. There are things we have to go through, or where spirit puts us on the path, so that it heals and opens you up. Right. You lean into your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, girls,
that's why, Jasenia, that's why y'all watching right now, because you needed to hear this. That's a confirmation for you.
Yes, Lucy, but that's what it was. Because, this is such an amazing, I love this, girl, we're gonna have a whole shindig about this. Because I feel like that really stumps people. And then like, why am I not moving forward? Why am I not? Stop. Don't worry about like I say, nobody knows anybody's things. We're just seeing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that really hinders people, because they're like, I should be doing. No, who said that?
And, another thing is this, and a lot of the times we don't even do it on purpose. We look at the people that came up with us, or the people, like in our families, or we look at the fact that, so-and-so is 15 years younger than me and owns their own house, and I'm still renting an apartment. But, like, that's not your journey.
Exactly.
It's not your journey.
Not. I feel like I'm sorry. I feel like I'm lost.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Christina.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, leave it. I'm sorry. I have children, y'all. Sometimes
that's okay. Listen, and a lot of people, because my people that follow me don't really know me on this personal level. I have a 16-year-old son with autism. A lot of the times when I'm doing lives, it's when he's with his father, or my daughter's here to help me, because having to, he's such a good kid. He sits on the side and does his own thing. But like, you know what I mean? When you have the challenges that we have in life, sometimes I want to post at a certain time, or, there are certain things that I have to do, and they're delayed by the things in my life. You know what I mean? I have a full-time job. This is
something. It's a lot of managing, and girl, listen, International Women's Day today too.
I'm telling you, one of my favorite things is Wonder Woman. One of my favorite things is Wonder Woman. And my personal page, and my name is Wonder Woman. So I forget it. You just feel like in life there's all these things coming at you, and people also don't take that into account when they are looking at their lives and looking at where they're at. A lot of people look at what they're supposed to be obtaining, or what they should have, and what I find not a lot of people talk about their spiritual growth.
They don't.
Where am I on my spiritual path? And that's another part of your health in life. You know what I mean?
100%. And it really affects you. I don't think people understand that, you know?
Chris, the question. So I'm gonna pull up
Yeah,
the first
I had two
question.
jumpers. I want to see what the question is, but I just had two jumpers.
There you go. Pick up the one that's been there the longest. Okay, so the first question is, why is Subra trying to contact me again and again?
Okay.
You had a card pop out already?
I had two, but I need to.
Oh, go ahead, go first.
All right, we got the Air Guardian and Star Ancestor, which the one speaks of shifting your perception, and the second one is for you to follow your soul voice, which is your intuition.
So in other words, your gut is already telling you.
Yes, loose, exactly. It's telling you. But it's almost like you need this confirmation of what it's telling you if it's correct, right?
Okay. Oh, how about this? We had two jump out.
See? Boom, vamos. A ver, dale.
This is I feel like you're at a peace. You're the lack of contact with this person has you in a peaceful place. This is a very unstable, overbearing energy that's coming at you with this person contacting you. You really need to think about what it is that you want. If this person is contacting you, are you going to take this contact? Mm-hmm. Are you going to answer these messages? Are you going to see what this person, do you really want to know what this person wants to tell you? Do you already know what this person wants to tell you? And is it worth giving up your peace just to have that information?
Loose. I'm sorry, but I'm over here like, yes. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say exactly like you said, you know, your instinct tells you what it is. You have to decide whether or not you want to disturb your peace in order to have the contact with this person.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that clarifies things a little bit. Hold on, put it down.
I'm always trying to read the comments. So I feel like I just gave.
No, I don't think that they answered yet.
My husband's looking because I can't see nothing.
That's why I have Christina here helping me. Not even because I can't see, but because for the camera to be far enough for me to be in a good shot.
Yes,
so I need to get like some kind of remote or something. I don't know. I gotta look into that. But yeah. So my thing is, you know, if you really want to disturb your peace and you don't care so much about that, then you know, go ahead. You know what I mean? So if you don't care about your peace being disturbed and whatever, then you know, go for it. But really ask yourself, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, you already know who gives a shit.
It's in there. It's that you feel it, you know. That you know. Or they know, excuse me.
Right. So go ahead. Next question.
Let's get it.
And if you have a question, you can put it in the box in the bottom of the screen. What is to come in love? All right. Hold on. She says, he is my ex of 2 years. Back in and is trying to get back in every day by doing something new each day. So you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta go the extra length to cut somebody off. Sometimes you gotta block that person. But you gotta be serious about that shit. If you're gonna block them and you're gonna go out of your way to be like, nah, I'm good, then really be serious and know what you're doing and do it because you do it and you're gonna be about it.
Yeah.
If you're not, then you know all you're doing is going back and forth, and that shit is just, you're only gonna cause yourself more bullshit.
Loose.
He said, thank you so much. This really means a lot. You're welcome.
Anytime. Follow that intuition.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So what is to come
100%.
in love? What is to come in love? I think this is like a big question for everybody. Doesn't everybody wish that they had a little snow globe that could tell them what the hell they need to know about that?
Yeah, yeah. I find myself, a lot of people are, and it's understandable. It's understandable. Sorry, guys, I'm just.
There's gonna be somebody coming to you. But they're gonna teach you something really important. This is gonna be a really important, I'm not feeling necessarily that this is gonna be your forever person, but this is gonna be like a forever lesson.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean don't put your all into it, or don't have feeling with it or whatever. This is gonna be like really a romance in your life. So you want to live that to your fullest, but I feel like this comes with important news, or an important lesson of some kind. Oh,
I
that's strong. How about this? Yeah, yeah, definitely. This is gonna be a major love in your life, because I pulled the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands came out right next to it. Like, fell out the deck. Fell out the deck. Both wands. A lot of passion, a lot of love.
Passion. I got Sun. Enjoy happiness. So I feel as though with this individual, enjoy happiness, and when you have to allow it. The sun is bright, and sometimes it's a lot and it's too much, but bask in that, because that love is going to heal. It's going to heal. Whatever it is that's going on is going to heal. And live in that, bask in that, enjoy that. You know what I mean? The sun is healing. The sun is, and it's crazy because the sun is bright, which really gives me that feeling. It's exactly what B said. It's going to be someone that, yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Loose, girl.
Okay, so we have our next question. Hold up. That one. So if you have any questions, you guys, drop them in the box at the bottom of the screen. We're going to be putting up the tip information after the live. So if you're interested in tipping us, which would be very lovely, you guys, check us out afterwards. And, any little bit is appreciated. Nothing is expected, and we're grateful for even the support. Like, follow us and share our stuff. And when you comment and post, it helps with our followings and things of that nature. So, like, we appreciate the support. Yes. Let us know what are the things that you would like to see us doing? What are the readings that you would like to see happen? Give us feedback on stuff, and definitely, we will do our best to accommodate people within reason. So, Andrea asks, general card pull, please. Hey, Ashi, how are you?
Okay, general card pull. What the universe wants you to know.
Yes. You're going to be avoiding a lot of little petty arguments. Little bickering chickens in your life are going to be squabbling a little bit. So be careful for, letting people bait you. And, for some reason I feel like, I want to say rumors, but not like, yeah, I feel like rumors, misunderstanding rumors, something like that.
Boost, because I got mountain. So stand your ground. Stand your ground.
Listen, I know you well enough to know that when people are not acting right, you know how to pull a disappearing act. So sometimes you got to stay away from people, places, and things, and not deal with that bullshit.
And if somebody tries to take you, convince you to put you in that situation, no, thank you. I'm cool right here in the cut.
Yeah.
Stand your ground. Stand in your boundaries, stand your ground. Nobody should be allowed to disturb your peace. Fuck that. Especially, we don't need that. We do not need
definitely. All right. So the next question is, will I handle my new life with grace?
with grace. Hmm.
Now, here's the thing. Grace is a frame of mind. It's an attitude. It is a way of being, right? It's an etiquette. Would it be like, it would be attached to your etiquette? Would it
Yeah.
not?
I got 2 jumpers.
What did you get?
I got 2 jumpers. I'm just trying to read the question again. Will I handle my new life with grace? All right. I think there's going to be a moment in your new life that you're going to have to take time to reflect. And this is going to be something new. This is what I got. I have Mirror Guardian, which talks about looking in, deep in, and then I got Broken Arrow, but embrace the energy of peace. So this is giving me this feeling that in this new life, it's going to give you, you're going to have the opportunity to look in and reflect and think of the future in a different light. And maybe at some point chaos was normal or something you were used to or always waiting for the next hit. But in those moments of peace that you will encounter now in this new life, just bask in that. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Welcome it. When you welcome it,
more will come.
Exactly. So that's what I got, boom.
So I'm going to tell you let me tell you a little Bruja tale. Ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So I took this lovely deck.
Mm-hmm.
I threw it out on the table and I did all of this to it, right? And I shuffled it and I did this and I did this and I cut it in half and I did all kinds of, right?
Yeah.
And the same card that I got for Andrea came out for Jasenia in low polarity in the same way. Avoid squabbly bullshit fucking arguments. People will bait you. They do not want to see you happy. They want to see you stressed out. They want to see you pulling your hair out. People have nothing better to do, son.
Mm-hmm.
So
Misery loves company, and chaos loves it.
Leave that petty motherfucking shit alone.
We got petty Betty, y'all.
If they posting,
they have.
Okay, then keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. This is telling you that you're gonna be put in a position to want to act like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So avoid it because that's gonna be the determination as to whether or not, right? It's gonna be the determination as to whether or not it's gonna be graceful for you or not.
She put eso es verdad. That's true. Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna make it anyway if you have the determination to do so.
Mm-hmm.
However, the peace of mind that you have, already keeping a distance from everyone. Yep. So you want to know something? Maybe it's about making a whole new life for yourself.
I think that's where that reflection
you know who's the people who are there to support you. Yeah. You know who's going to give you trouble. You know who's going to, it doesn't take a whole lot to know that these are the people in your life that do this bullshit.
So I'm reading comments. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Loose. Girl.
So, definitely be careful because, and it comes in waves. It'll be quiet for a little while, and then all of a sudden it'll be 1,000 petty people with nothing better to do than
throwing trees. Yeah, that try to shake that. Look, the same card fell out again. The same card. Embrace the energy of peace.
So here's the thing.
Reinforcing it. What you're saying, loose. It's just reinforcing, like, listen here, child. Reinforcing that shit. Yes. Progreso.
And trust me, I feel like that. I feel that as deep in my soul as I can.
Mm-hmm.
All at once, she said. Go ahead. What's the next question, Christina? A love reading. Da, 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 da.
Are we still in February? No, we're in March.
No, we are. It's March.
So much love running into from February.
You know what it is? It's all the disappointment left from Valentine's Day. Leaks into March.
Love reading.
Now all of us
general.
are so lucky as to have such a fabulous husband like you.
Girl.
Except that I want my husband in a skirt.
He was lost for a while. I was like, do you not know directions? Like, find me, please.
Well,
Where'd you go, girl?
so I had 2 jumpers, right? And what it's telling me is that in the love department, you kind of been left out in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
The things that you've been looking for have not been coming into fruition. But it's a thing of you get frustrated and you put it down. You know what I mean? So like when you want something in your life, a lot of people, they'll meditate for, 30 days. And then after 30 days, this thing doesn't come forward and you're frustrated. It's like, fuck that. You move on to some other place for the focus. I feel like this is a thing of,
I'm listening.
You lose focus on what it is you want, or like your energy changes, and so that thing that has been pulled forward will creep back. You pull it forward and it'll creep back. So it's there in the pipelines for you. It's coming for you. But your energy needs to be aligned in a certain place for a while.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
I see it, for me, it's an energy, it's a passion, it's an energy thing.
I got being open to healing information. I feel as though this message that is being delivered is going to, sometimes I feel like we get messages and it's a little,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes maybe we are left like, whew, all right, loose, because I feel as though sometimes when we become overly, like we get to a point, like you were saying, that you're just like, fuck it, and you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry. That she kind of wants, or they kind of just want to throw in time to move on. No. Even in that experience, there's something to learn. And I feel like opening yourself up to learning from that, or digging into why you reacted in that way. Because remember, love is a really intricate, deep thing. And there are times where you're going to be like, what the fuck? But there are some times as well that whatever the circumstances is, or whatever it is that you go through, you have to be open to hearing things from maybe whomever that you're not going to be maybe as open to hearing. So be open to it. I hope that makes sense. There was another. The environment at work is so toxic. Will there be a change in leadership soon? Is it that I read that correctly?
Yeah.
Guys, my glasses are getting fixed. I usually am like, I don't have my glasses. They're getting fixed.
So before we move on real quick,
Mm-hmm.
take the risk of getting hurt because being in love can be toxic and the high is amazing.
I wish I could pop that. Oh, I gotta look it up by the next one. There it is.
Okay, so which one is the next one? Okay. Will I find love soon?
There was one about toxic. Oh, they didn't put it in the
Yeah, she
box.
put it in the question box. I have her on the line.
Soon.
When it's her turn, we'll pull her card.
This is like this that okay, let's hear it. Love.
You know what? Maybe, because it's my birthday. Before we log off tonight, we'll pull one card for me. It's so much fun to do shit like this with your friends. Oh. So this is an experience that has been frustrating for you in the past. But it's coming to an end. That what you're looking for, you will find. You will find it. What soon is, you know, oh, as a matter of fact, you want to know something? I have cards up there that say cards of time. Could you pass them to me? I'm gonna whip open my cards of time. You can pull a card, and then I will pull that card, and we'll see if it'll give me some time, like, you know, a time frame. So to speak.
In order to receive, or in order to find love, you have to release the old. Right now, you're on guard. And I get it. Well, I get it because,
Yep.
you know, we get hurt by love. It fucking happens. We get hurt by love. And that sometimes we carry into future relationships. And with doing so, those future significant others pay the consequences of people that have hurt you.
Right.
And that's normal. We're human beings, and we are going to put up a block. We're going to guard ourselves. We're going to guard our hearts. But in order for love to walk forward or be put sooner rather than later, we have to release the old and we have to reset. So this is something that I say, and my spirits say this, you know, the universe speaks it out loud. Feel it, grieve it, feel it, and let that shit go. Because holding on to it is going to deter it. Because it's something you have to deal with. And even if you move into a relationship and you haven't healed those, it's going to come up. So it's inevitable. It has to be dealt with. So, or not dealt with, worked through. So, yep, release the old and rest. That's what I got.
And I was shuffling my time card, and this one came out. Notice it has a little heart and everything on it, right?
You want a heart, yeah.
Now I'm going to say this. I don't think that the answer is in a week. I do think that you are going to feel a connection with this person within a week. A connection enough for you to say, maybe I should risk it and get to know this person on a deeper level. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I feel when I see this.
Yes. Loose. And this person I feel as though this person is going to push you to dig.
Search. Go ahead. This person's going to push her to what?
To push them to dig deep, because she's going to sense this, they're going to sense this connection.
Right.
And it's gonna almost kind of put them in this forced state of, oh shit, I got to deal with this shit. Yeah. There's some people that you'll be with and they will be like, hey, but listen, I know somebody fucking hurt you, but we need to talk about it. What happened? And those conversations are fucking healing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead, guys.
But you can't have those conversations with everybody. That's the problem.
No, you can't. You gotta follow your intuition.
Yeah. All right. So hold on. Let's see what's the next question. The next question is, Are my dreams about Paulo a call for me to pursue initiation in the tradition?
Okay, I'm not going to pull a card for this. And I'm
Okay.
going to say why. When you're talking in regards to things of Ocha, Ifa, Palo, Voodoo, for me, I'm not comfortable pulling this card because when you're deciding to take that path, that is a change of life. And that is something that has to be pulled from your soul. You can feel when something feels right. And for myself and in my boundaries personally, I will not, because if
Religion question.
Balo is, as many religions are very, I find all religions extremely important, but I don't feel comfortable answering that, because if you're asking that, lo que se sabe no se pregunta. What you know, you do not ask. And I don't mean that in a rude way, but if you're questioning it, then you have the answer. But that's me, girl. You want to pull? You don't pull.
No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Believe certain.
I know, you know, and I've had people that have approached me. Oh, does it resonate with you? Does it call your soul?
I can't determine that. Yeah.
I can't determine that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that question is a really heavy, complex, inner looking within question.
And on the one card pull does not justify the answer for that.
Exactly. Yeah. So sorry, y'all. Y'all feel like, bitch. No, but I'm sorry, y'all. Can I ask?
Yeah, go ahead and send me another question, and we'll pull your question.
Yes.
And we'll get the next one.
Yes.
Okay. Today, I saw why today. He's planning for Wednesday as well. To tarot or not to tarot. You were so spot on days before. Hold on, is there more? Well, let me see more. You were so spot on days before, and it cuts me off. I don't know if there was more to that.
You have to put it in another question box.
Yeah, it cuts me off there. So they're planning for Wednesday. I think that her question is about that, but I'm gonna let her give me the rest of her question so that we know what it's about, because I did a reading for her the other day, and Spirit guided me to tell her something. And sure enough, somebody did exactly what I told her they were going to do.
I love when that happens.
We'll get back on that one.
Yeah. Love it.
All right. Here we go. This one says, here we go. Will her job have a change of leadership soon? This is the one that the question was in the comments before, and I said I had seen that she had put it in the box.
Yes, yes.
That it's toxic and all that kind of stuff. So for those of you who are just joining us, we're going to be going for just a little while longer. So if you have any questions, definitely put them in the box in the bottom of the screen, and we'll see if we get to them during the time that we're on the live. I will be posting after this live the tip information, so if you so feel inclined for your entertainment and for the questions that we answered for you today, and for the fact that it's my birthday, go ahead and
happy birthday.
Go ahead and throw us a tip if you like. We don't expect it, but we definitely appreciate it. I will be putting up the information for La Brujita's page so that you guys can go ahead and friend request her, because she gives a lot of really good information. I definitely love following her. And we definitely have a sistership where we go and look at each other for information and work with one another. So definitely worth checking out if I'm going to say for myself. Ooh, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. What you want to happen. And here's the thing. The funny thing is, it says professional business domineering. The presence that you require, that you would like to be gone, is going to be gone. However, for some reason, I don't know if I feel like this is going to be in the way in which you are thinking.
I feel like this is loose because I got the Emperor. And that's an authority figure. But what did you get?
I got the Queen of Pentacles.
That's crazy. Those are two.
You know, authority figure, domineering
figure.
You know what I mean? You're going to get what you're looking for, but I feel like it's not in the way that you're expecting it to be. Mm-hmm. So be very careful with your own karma, with your own vibrations, in the way that you're thinking about it. You know, like for instance, if you're going to try to, you know, I tell people, there's a lot of people that they do different spells for things, right? And thank you everybody for your birthday wishes. I see you guys, but I'm in the middle of this. So, you know, you have to be careful with how you manifest things or what you ask for when you're manifesting things, because in the moment you're not thinking about the repercussions of your words or what energy your words are bringing towards you.
Loose. Oh, girl, I had this conversation prior as well. This is all fruitated. Oh, go ahead, girl.
So
I get excited.
You have to be real careful about how you ask for things. You know, like if you ask for somebody to get the fuck out your face, you might want to be nice in the universe and say, I hope this person has a better reason to be over there than over here.
Or I hope this person, you know, I hope God puts them in a better place where they can continue to progress away from me.
Right. Exactly.
Better to do things with honey than with vinegar.
And piss.
Karma, honey, is alive and well.
Yes.
Lo que se hace, se paga. What you
do here, you pay here. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So be careful in the way in which you are manifesting this change, because it is coming and you are more powerful than you think you are, especially when you're frustrated and you hate everybody.
Loose. The Emperor is like, yo. Sitting on that throne, like.
Yeah. So hold on. See if that was the rest of her question, because it said I wanted to ask you. All right, so here she goes. She goes, I wanted to ask you, what else did you see about this man? This is so much fun. Sending love. Okay. So basically I was giving her a reading and we were talking about crushes. Or whatever, without getting too detailed into her own personal shit. And I said, if somebody, like I said, would say or do something very particular having to do with something, like, you know, basically I said to her, somebody's going to say something to you that has to do with tattoos, or there's going to be an issue with a tattoo, or there's going to be whatever, but this is going to be important coming up. And sure enough, the situation came to pass.
She was all like, she clutched the fur.
And you want to know something? I tell people I'm not psychic. I can't turn this shit on and off, right? So I can't walk into your house and you pay me $50 and I tell you, guess what? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. That's not how that works for me.
Right.
Sometimes I'll do a reading and I get like a thought. And it's real interesting. I got 3 jumpers.
Go ahead.
While I'm shuffling. So we get back to that story about, eventually we'll get into the story of how I see and feel things and whatever. But definitely this is something that you need to take your time with. You know, I feel and not to the extreme extent. I feel like this is somebody who likes a little bit of cat and mouse, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Leave a little bit to the imagination, a little bit of the chase, that fun part of falling in love and meeting somebody. I feel like this is something that you should definitely give a little bit of space and time to want, to miss, to want to see. She says, he literally took my hands and looked at my tattoos on my wrist and he said, what are they? So, there's gonna be a little bit of resistance at first, but once you get into a swing of things with this person, it's gonna be you guys are gonna balance each other out. It's gonna be like the negative and the positive.
Yeah. Is
Okay.
he? I got the King of Cups. I feel as though they're going to teach them about how to reach a deeper side, a deeper, like the ocean deep, a deeper side.
Right.
Unlock some things that they were shut off to, they didn't experience. And by showing that empathy, you're teaching them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where that balance comes in.
Yes.
It's definitely going to be a learning experience. But
Mm-hmm.
emotionally speaking,
Moves.
this is going to be this relationship, this friendship, this whatever ship this is going to be, it's going to be a birth of an emotional thing between the both of you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, somebody who has a place in your heart in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not gonna say this is a forever thing, but this is definitely an experience. And here's the funny thing, you got
They put girls.
two major arcana cards.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? So
Yeah.
this is these are not, the difference between major arcana cards and minor arcana cards. So the major arcana cards tell you about big life changes.
It's
Things,
the bride.
you know what I mean? When you're talking minor arcana cards, it's about day-to-day function or day-to-day life. And
Yeah.
this is talking about like major changes for both female and male.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's definitely one of those bigger experiences where your souls are supposed to meet each other for whatever lessons that you're going to teach one another, for sure.
For sure. And it's going to be life-changing.
Right.
Because they're the big dogs. They're the big dogs, me type of deal. You know what I'm
Yeah, so
saying?
this is not going to be a hiccup.
They put girls.
All right, so we got what does spirit have to say to me? Okay. So I wanted to show you, Brujita,
Yes.
a Christmas gift I had gotten that's fucking
It
cool as
says,
shit.
whoever has you two as friends is so, so lucky. It's so true. That's how I feel.
Oh, thank you guys.
Hi, Lucy Progreso. Thank you. That shit warms my heart. It really does. It makes my heart big. Thank you. Be kind. I love kindness. It's healing. Okay. What does spirit have to say? The universe.
Oof.
Girl, spirit will talk for days if you let it.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta be like, yeah, okay, you done.
You have to be like, okay, leave a message after the beep. Shoot me an email, text. Send
I'll get back to you. Ooh.
Girl, why are you
It's
still?
definitely time to end a situation.
Girl.
A situation, a relationship, something going on in your life. It's done. It's over. Spirit says, get the fuck rid of it.
There it says, hold your motherfucking ground. Look at that. Mountains and over. So guess what? It's pa'l carajo, pa' afuera, pa' la calle, whatever it is.
It's time to
Fucking
get rid
ground.
of it.
I don't care. Boo, boo, boo. No, stand your ground. Hold that shit, girl. Like a fucking mountain.
And let me tell you something. This is, swords is mental. So whatever has you staying with this situation and dealing in this situation, it's like a mental trap. Your mind, I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a sense of, I feel like a lot of us have this morbid sense. I call it a morbid sense of responsibility, where you make it your thing that you have to stick to,
Girl, you cut
even
off.
though reasonably speaking, you should have nothing to do with this thing.
Yes.
Okay? So change the way you think about it. Really do some soul searching because it's time to let it go.
Yep. Yep. And no matter if it creeps back in, it tries to sway you. Guilt. A lot of people have the power of guilt. A lot of people will bait you and stand your ground. Don't fucking, it's like a mountain, girl. Guy, I mean, it's a mountain. Mountains have been around for a very long time. Dig your
And
heels.
there's something on the other side of that mountain for sure. Hold on. Somebody put something? Go back. No. All the way back.
I did.
Okay. It says, could you please just have a card? Yep.
Sure thing.
All right. Thank you. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I love. So, hopefully we'll be doing this more on the regular, you guys.
Yes. Yes. I'm back, guys. I'm sorry. Life happens, but
And that's okay.
You know?
You want to know something? Here's the thing. I don't think that people understand, how much time and energy you take away from other people in your life when you're building a business like this and you're putting up content and the energy, the free content that we put up and things of this nature. I devote a lot of, because like I said, I have a day job, I have a family, I have my house, I have laundry to do, I have all these things to do. I devote a lot of my spare time and energy into doing this. When it comes to readings and all that other thing, and then spiritual energy has a whole lot of dimensions to that. It's just not only, it's physical strength, it's mental strength, it's spiritual strength.
Levels to it. I don't think people realize. Not like I don't mean to say levels as if to make us seem superior. No, there are just levels to this. Things there's a lot of spiritual health that we have to take care of for ourselves, and we have to know when to. If not, spirit will make it. So we have to step the fuck back.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you. Does the name like Gia or Gianna?
Not that I can think of, right? Not off the top of my head, no.
I just wrote it down. Gia.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to put that in my notes. Who the hell knows? Maybe.
And I put the
card. Somebody with that name. I don't know. Not right now.
Gia. Okay. Anyway. All right. The card that I got was Earth Guardian. I need you to be like a tree, rooted and grounded. In this time that we're in, that seems like it seems like you would think that the situation that some of us are in, depending on the state that you live in, being at home, not being, you would be super grounded. But what we fail to forget is exactly what me and B were talking about, is that spiritual well-being and everything that comes with this chaos that we're going through. So the universe wants to remind you, try and stay grounded. Try and do things that you feel connected to, that feel good, that make your soul happy. Don't get too big for your bridges. Don't do that. Humble. Yeah, that's what I got. I'm sorry if my camera's moving. My dog, he's doing his thing. Wait.
Yeah, you look a little blurry there.
Yeah, my dog moved the tripod. Mom.
So I got the 8 of Wands in lower polarity. There is it's an emotional situation. I don't know if it has to do with love or what. It says a death in her family. Okay, okay. So here's the thing. It's something that is going to be slow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I was going to say before I read that, I don't know if this has to do with, and I was going to point out not all love is romantic love. Love is, we have love for our family and things like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though 6 weeks is not a lot of time in the grand scale of things, it is a long time when you're going through something. When your health is not well, when your mental health is not well, when you're deteriorating in some way, shape, or form. Like you said, it's important to be grounded and be ready for what's coming. Be there for your family,
Yeah.
and stay strong.
Loose. And it's crazy because when your family is rocked in that sense by someone who is it's like a matriarch. It's a grandparent. It's an elder. It's someone, that connection is super, super deep and we get lost. And that happens. That happens when a piece kind of breaks off or it's hard to find a moment to be grounded and to just kind of feel the air. I don't mean to be like an idiot or be an asshole. Sometimes in chaos, emotional chaos, grief, we get so lost in that grief. Take a second, put yourself outside. If you're upset, you're crying, you're disheveled, you're shaking, step outside. I don't know if it's cold where you live. It's fucking cold where I live. And you will see me outside of it, and I just sit and I'm just like, and connect.
Take the opportunity to feel that depression, to feel that sadness, to cry, to go through the emotions. Because if we have this tendency to feel like in these situations we should seem strong or feel strong or act strong. And there's a strength and vulnerability as well. So feel the feelings and really work through them, because if not, you'll be stuck in that.
And I feel like a lot of people are always told, well, you're not over it. I don't care if it's 6 weeks down the line. Let me explain something to you. When someone has a baby and they're boasting about their baby, is everyone like, aren't you over it? You just had this kid like 18 months ago. Let's move forward. No, take your time. Take your time. Some people grieve for extended periods of time. Grieve. And just, I like to say people, it's unfortunate that we no longer have the honor of being in their physical presence, seeing them, hearing them, smelling them, but doesn't mean that they're not there. They're there. They're there. This is a shell. The soul transcends time. That was
time and space.
Yes, 100%.
Her left ear was ringing today.
Left is good. Left is good.
Okay, so do we have any other questions for those? She says, I know that her ancestors, especially when it's coming to the end of somebody's life. You want to know something? Let me tell an interesting story that I just told my daughter for the first time the other day.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Because my birthday is today, March 8th. My mom passed away 2 years ago. And the day before she passed away, a friend of mine was trying to catch me off guard. She took me out to dinner. When I came home that night, I was on the phone with a friend of mine who happened to be with her godfather, who was a spiritual guy. He was into the religion and stuff like that. Thank you very much. Anyway, he says to me, there's a spirit with you. And he's a male spirit. And he described him to me. And I'm like, okay. He tells me to tell you that, thank you, honey, that when it's your time, he's going to come back to get you too. So I said to myself, okay. And I really didn't think anything of it other than, you know, maybe this was a relative.
Right.
From spirit, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He told me some things that made me kind of go, okay, this could be a particular grandparent of mine. I wasn't sure.
Can make you go,
Yeah, exactly. The next morning I woke up and I got the phone call that my mother had passed away.
That's crazy.
So, you know, in retrospect, this spirit that I believe was there, because I believe in these things,
As do I, girl.
was here to come guide her and was assuring me that when my time comes, I will be here to guide you too.
Can I share something as well?
Sure.
When I don't want to like get crazy deep on here, but when I've encountered situations like that, where spirit, you know, someone's ancestor who passed, whatever, they come, and I know a lot of people wonder, like, when you pass, what, you know, happens, you know, and I've always felt it in my soul, in my core, and spirit has in so many ways led me to this, is that when you do make it to that next dimension, or you cross over, whatever it is, however you believe that it works,
right,
you are greeted by someone, because it's a very scary transition.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of, what the fuck? I laid the fuck down and woke the fuck up. It's different, you know? It is a state of confusion. So to have that gift, but to have that spirit come through this person and be like, hey, this, and this, is super beautiful. It is very, very, very rare, but super, super beautiful. And I think, you know, it's comforting. I'm not saying comforting like super healing, like it's going to take away your grief. No. It's comforting in knowing, like, all right, they're not confused. Like, what happened? So many people have so many questions, right? There's movies. I was in heaven for 5 minutes. There's books, and nobody's there to doubt these. I don't doubt them.
No.
Have your experience and practicing and you know, digging deep, spirit, like, that is beautiful. I know maybe you're like, but that is comforting to the soul. That is comforting.
You want to say something? Is that something that I have? You know, of course, when it happens to you in that moment, it's like, holy shit, what the fuck? It's such a horrible ass experience.
100%.
You know what I mean? But in retrospect, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I know that the grief that I feel in life, I feel for myself. Because once we leave this shell, there are things of this. I really do feel like there are things of this plane of existence that are no longer important to us anymore.
They're not. This,
you know what I mean? And that this transcends to a different level.
100%. This life is to learn. To learn in such, you know, this plane right now that we're in, this life right now, you are meant to learn things. You're meant to go through things. You are meant to go through every trial and tribulation, and it's to teach you. It's to heal. It's to teach you. It's to open you up. It's to heal you. It's to find that connection to something. You know, it's not about you. Right. It's about you know, like, it's super deep with this shit.
Yeah, we could be here forever. And little by little, our lives will touch different various topics.
Y'all want a podcast? Shit, we should do a podcast. We
should do a podcast. Somebody had asked about getting into the religion without really having anybody to guide them, and I'm going to touch on that as well. I am not in the religion. I am not crowned anything. My spiritual beliefs and energy, or whatever you want to call it, come from my background growing up. My mother was not crowned either, but she was spiritual. I grew up watching her pray. I grew up seeing her light candles. There are things that I picked up from her. That it's funny too, because out of habit and out of this is how I teach you and this is what you do. There were things that I did spiritually that when me and Brujita became friends, I got real explanations about.
Yeah.
I have, I believe in God as my higher power.
Yeah.
I believe that there are different aspects of all religions that are correct in their own ways, and I believe in these bits and pieces from different religions too. I don't just base my spirituality on the back of Catholicism or Christianity or any of that other thing. There is a lot of stuff that go into the mix of what I believe. A lot of my ritualistic things do come from my mother. My grandfather was very spiritual as well. I have my beliefs. And if you really want to get to the core of it, and the most simplistic way to do it, the simplistic way to say it is, don't be an asshole, be a good person, try to do the right thing. You know what I mean? I would be very careful about who you get involved with and who you trust with your spiritual health. Because not everybody who presents themselves as a friend is a friend. And I don't know what level of spirituality you're in, but there are people that can take spirits from you and use your personal spirits to do bad shit, and that brings you bad energy and calamity in your own life. So you have to even be careful who you're around and who knows about your spirituality and what you can do and what you can see and how you feel and things of that nature. So be careful who you allow to guide you spiritually. If it feels wrong, it's probably wrong.
Yep, that's that intuition.
Nothing good is going to come out of anything bad or dark or evil.
And doing things for power doesn't get you very far.
Fucking with people's free will is another big thing that people tend to do that is really not good.
I agree.
But you have to be really careful with what you do and how you experiment with spirits. So be careful on that journey.
My sister's here. Yeah. They had us about the religion. Correct, right?
Well, the question was that they don't have any guidance. How do they get into the religion?
All right. That's a very broad question. Religion, are we talking espiritismo? Are we talking 21 divisions? Are we talking santeria or ocha, palo? There's so many different varieties, so many different, for myself, a little bit of quick background, I don't like to divulge everything. I'm sorry. There are things that are very sacred. But for myself, my grandmother was an espiritita. My mother was an espiritita. I have been an espiritita since I was 8. Sensing, feeling spirit, receiving message from spirit. It was something my mother, still practice to this day. I was very fortunate. My mother was very open with her spiritual practices. Back then, that was rare. And even then, my mother is still very secretive, whether she, has her elekis, she's very secretive. And it's a protective mechanism. Because back then, mira, esa está haciendo brujería. Esa es una bruja. And it was deemed like, fucking burning witches at the stake. Even, so for myself, I am an espiritita first. I believe in God. That's my higher power. I believe in guardian angels. I believe in spirit. I believe in karma. I believe in orishas. Myself, I'm not going to really, I know everyone sees my elekis, and it's no, they're there to protect me.
Secret. It's no big secret on that end.
No big secret on that. I don't want to really, I know a lot of people share in depth. That's not my style. I will never ever deny that I have an absolute love and respect for Santeria and Ocha, slash Ocha. It came to me at a time that it saved my life in many ways. It brought my godfather into my life, who was my mentor and a fucking dope ass human being and a dope ass espiritista. So for me, I'm an aborisha, which means in Santo, you receive your Leki Zero steps and levels to Santo all the way up to become crowned. For myself, Santo, I'm still, like B had said, it's very important to have a mentor that you trust. This is your crown. This is your head. This is where your energy enters. People are evil and will do fucking evil shit. Let's be real. They will take your money. For myself, when my godfather passed away, I never found that connection, that deep connection, that trust. Same thing with my madrina. Didn't have that no longer. It's very hard to duplicate that because you are trusting these people. They're going to see the most intimate parts of your spirit, your soul. You're going through certain things. And when you do not have that, it's kind of like, so no matter what, I'm very, very, very grateful for whether I'm just, an aborisha, whether I have other things done, whatever it is. I'm grateful for those experiences because it's truly made me the human being, that I am. And it's so crazy. I have a tattoo on my wrist it says faith. I know everybody's like, real fucking cliche, fucking faith tattoo. But for me, my faith, unlocking and evolving, learning and being open to the religion and taking the time to study and learn where Ocha comes from, where Santeria was born, which was in Africa, which is the motherland, which is Ifa. And learning and digging brought me such beauty that I wouldn't have to be crowned because it resonates so deeply in my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my mother, but I have Ochun. So for me, spirituality, there has to be a foundation. I don't care si es una plato de mierda. If it's a little plate of shit and you believe whatever, find that thing that resonates with you and lean into your beliefs. When you're crying, when you're happy, lean into that. But the religion, I do have to say, and my sister will tell you, I'm very research, read, learn. Not everything on the internet is true. And understand something. And I say this even to my godchildren, in my spiritual house. You don't need to be touching everybody. Listen, it's like being a doctor. I wouldn't go to a ear doctor for woman issues, would I? No, that's outside of his scope of practice. Therefore, don't practice outside of what you know, what you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be attaching things to yourself that you're not capable of removing. Whereas, for example, someone in the religion, a santero, a palero, a babalao, and so on and so forth, have things done. They're able to practice more deeply into their practice because they have things that protect them. Where someone else, I have met, really quick, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I have had, we're pirititas, it's in our blood, it doesn't, my mother has had readings or encountered readings with people where the espirititas, like, mira, lo que tú la pasando contigo, what's happening with you is out of my scope. So I'm going to refer you out to somebody that practica something that's a little bit, that could really help you in your situation. That doesn't make anybody less of a spiritualist. Just like there are times I have done readings on people and I'm not getting anything. And that's okay. That doesn't make me a bad reader. Maybe our energies don't vibe. And that happens. Spirit will block you for a reason. Maybe that person is not the key that you need for your healing to help you heal. So in that situation, I pass them to B. I pass them to someone else because that may be the person that they need. In a sense, even meeting each other, because you're teaching that reader, that espiritita, whomever, you're teaching them without even.
The same way that I'm not going to resonate with everybody and she's not going to resonate with everybody. And separately, we may not resonate with you, but together we might be the fucking bomb. It has to do with energy. And just because my beliefs are not as deep into the religion as her beliefs may be, doesn't mean that what I do is any less powerful or any less legitimate than what she does. This is my natural born thing. Hers is her natural born thing. And you find ways to study that up so that it's a more powerful thing, so that you're more focused, so that you get that message better. Yes, that comes with meditation and with study, with prayer, with things of that nature.
Because see, let's be frank, we're living in a world of instant gratification.
Yep.
Let me tell you, I've been an espiritista for over 15 years and I have not mastered. I've mastered certain things, but I'm always evolving and learning. I learn, you know, my madrina one time said to me, my madrina in Santos said to me one time, I want you to practice this, I want you to study astrology. And I was like, what the fuck? Astrology. Yo no soy Walter Mercado. He knew, you know, that was my go-to on that, you know. But she's right. It connects. It all connects. And there are going to be certain things, you know, in spirituality that you can learn, but there are going to be things you cannot. You need that guidance, that, you know, and in Santo, you know, speaking, you need that godparent. And that bond is, for me, is very, very, very important.
It's sacred. You just can't do that with anybody.
That, you know, and for those who have, you know, it, like I said, it's a very beautiful religion, but I find all religions beautiful. I mean, there's pieces of shit in everything, right? There's pieces of shit. There's good and there's evil. There's good in the church, there's evil in the church. There's good in the mosque, there's evil at the mosque. There's good here, it doesn't matter. There's good in even witches' circles, you know? It doesn't matter. It's just what you choose to do with it. And when you start doing things for power, that's when shit starts coming around. That's when it gets sloppy. It's never about power. It's always about, for me, and what I've learned is about self-discovery, healing, so that you can help heal out. You know, it's like when I say don't litter, because when the last fish has been fished and the last drop of water has been quenched your thirst, what then? We've used
and think about this: there is spiritual litter.
Yeah,
you can leave your bullshit with other people.
Yes, that's energy. That's energy dumping. And again, if you don't know how to properly cleanse yourself,
now you're carrying that bullshit with you everywhere, and it attracts other bullshit.
Yep, and it will genuinely, it will stop you. Let me tell you, some of the hardest things to swallow is swallowing when you realize the negativity or the energy person or whoever it is, and you realize it and you have a connection with them.
And this is somebody that you love, that you want in your life, but you can't have them there because they're in a bad place in their own existence.
And even though you love them, you can love them from all the way over there. You can pray for them. But it's important. I really think that it's important that people take care of their spiritual health. And some of the most uncomfortable things in spirituality is sacrifice. I know a lot of people are like, no, it's sacrifice. You got to sacrifice your time to learn your craft. You got to sacrifice your time to help people. You got to sacrifice. It's always sacrifice. Why wouldn't it be? Let's Native Americans sacrifice their lands. The sacrifice was taken. You know, it's this whole world is, people are so used to that. I want it now. Dámelo ahora. ¿A dónde está
like technology? What we have, the wage that we live in now. Well, how about this? We all want love, right? But we get somebody who treats us good, and because there's so much access to what's out here, we're always looking for that better thing.
I'm sorry, I was reading something. I was reading a thing. I was like, yeah. It's definitely, that's why whenever I receive that question of, well, how do I become spiritual? I'm like, you think this is okay? This ain't a walk in the park. You're gonna go through some shit. You're gonna feel some shit, and it's not just spiritual, it's mental, it's physical, it's it's never ending. There is no supreme.
And
See,
it's not
like
possible.
I feel like the internet, and I feel like fucking NBC or whatever, they create these shows, and they show these like as if there's a max, there's a supreme. There is no supreme. You know the supreme is your higher power. I don't get no more higher than that. And you know what I'm saying? So it's really I love talking like this. I feel like it's nice to be able to, you know.
So now we're definitely gonna look into doing a podcast. So you guys
Yeah,
better be
I
ready
think
to
it would be a
join us.
really dope idea. I think and it will allow us to kind of speak in
A
depth.
little more freely. Yeah,
Even if it's like, you know, I think it's a dope idea because I think a lot of people want to talk about things, and because again, the internet, there's a lot of keyboard gangsters, and if people read things on how they're feeling, so if they in a fucking fucked up mood because their man fucked them up, they're gonna respond. They're hearing your question, how they're feeling. That
yeah. Yes.
so that
Yes. This
hinders
happened to me
people
recently.
from wanting to ask questions. And you saw, I have no. If there's an answer, if there's a question I do not know, I'd be like, I don't know. I can
Yeah.
find out, but
Yeah.
I can guide you, but I'm not gonna sit here and blow. No, 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 no. I'm not doing that shit. This is not what this is about. And it seems, and you know, people have a problem. Part of growth is being able to be asked a question and not get defensive. Not think someone is attacking you. When you feel that way, that's your own fucking trauma. That's shit
Right.
you gotta deal with internally that you're avoiding, and you think spirituality can heal you. It's like that saying when people have kids when they should have therapy. There are things you have to deal with. You can't put a band-aid. Spirituality is the one thing that will not be a band-aid. It will rip that shit off, and on the hairiest parts of your body, que te pican. It will rip it off because it's going to force you to deal with it. And until you deal with it, and until you heal from it, and until you take accountability or acknowledge it and forgive, you will not unlock because you're not ready to unlock.
Mm-hmm.
Because spirit is like, we need to heal you.
Until and then you can get to a place where you can grow. If your roots are fucked up, your plant is not gonna grow anyway. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yes.
So let me show you this real quick, and then you can pull a card for me, and we'll wrap it up for the night.
Yes, I'm sorry, y'all. I guess
no. I wanted to show you these. I had gotten these as a gift. They're only in the major arcana.
Those are so dope. Those are so dope.
They're etched wooden cards. So because I like cards of all types, I was going to do an unboxing video, but I didn't. But I wanted to show you guys these because I think they're so dope. You know, they're wooden, they're etched.
Oh, I love that.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Jay Towers. I think that's Jamie. I think. I'm sorry, girl. Should I like him? All right.
I love them. Yeah. I'll probably post some pictures of them in detail so you guys can take a look. But it's awesome. They come in this cool ass little case.
How cool is that? Is that an 8 on the front? That's the infinity sign.
Yes.
Infinite knowledge is what you're gonna attain from that. Infinite knowledge. God bless.
And it has a little top you put on.
Oh,
it has a little tab so you can open it. It's okay. I'm gonna post it up, Nathi, so you can watch it later on.
See?
Again, for you guys who are we're getting ready to wrap things up. She's gonna pull a card for me because it's my birthday. So this card is gonna be the theme of this year. It better be a good fucking card. Anyway.
Ready to come out. Before I do it,
I'm gonna throw up Brujita's information for her page. Definitely check that shit out. It's dope as fuck.
And the spiritual is where it's really popping. I'm gonna be making some changes to Instagram big time, and you know, Facebook really allows me to dive deep and really kind of get nitty gritty. And I've been very selective because we have energy vampires. I don't want them in my party. Get the fuck out of here.
They be watching you. Yeah. I'm gonna throw the tip information as well. So for you guys who may have gotten a reading, or if anybody wants to throw me a cup of coffee for my birthday, it's never expected but thoroughly appreciated, and I would love it if you guys could do that. So, drum roll.
Girl, you put everyone's needs before you. It's the theme is you need to take care of you. Take care of your needs. Self motherfucking care. If self-care for you is spiritual, it's spiritual. If it's needing to physically remove yourself and go somewhere to recharge, do that. But self-care, you have to take care of your needs. You cannot move a car on empty. You cannot.
Understood.
So you feel like, listen to that shit. I know the business mind gets there and you're just like, what? No. Because spirit will stop it. Spirit will be like, take that.
You told me that a few days ago, and that theme has been coming up crazy for me. Like, yo, if you're not feeling it, don't push it. Don't move on something. Just take your time. Things are going to come in their time. Things are going to come. But, you know, it's like you don't want to turn people down. You don't want to, like, you know, I feel like when people need you, they need you. And that's when you try to be there. But I get it.
Yeah. You gotta, and you
Yeah.
if they respect you, especially if they respect, and I'm not trying to say it to be like, oh, no, if they respect you, they're going to be like, you know what, B, I want you at 100%. Take that time. Even if they're going through shit. Mira, they went through it before you, and they got through it, right? They're going to get maybe that's a lesson for them.
Maybe so.
So if you don't have that space, it's all right. Because I would rather 100% be than a 25, 50, 60% be. Because I know it will rock you. It will bother you. Like, shit, I didn't give my all.
Yeah.
You know? Sorry, guys. That's my little one in the back crying.
So then we're going to cut it for the night.
Yes, I'm sorry, Mom.
Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. It has been a pleasure spending my evening with you guys, as always. I love you, my brujita. Thank you for joining me. We will be here back soon to read some cards for y'all and do this again.
Yep. Absolutely. Don't be an asshole. Don't litter. Wear your fucking mask. All right? And be kind, bro. Come on. No one likes an asshole. All right? They stink. All right? All right, guys. Lucy Progress.
Good night.